Hello, how are you? There's nobody here. There's nobody ever here, really. I've driven them all away. I'm not surprised. Last week was interesting. I got all political. And everyone went away. Never mind. Even if everything... Hello. Even if everything looks hopeless and terrible, that even though everything is gonna change now, we know that everything's going to stay. It's disintegrated. How are you, lovely person that's joined me? Everything now is looking hopeless and terrible, and even though everything is going to get better, is it though? I don't know. Driven the people away. Hello, Danny Worthington. Everything began to get me sane. Did it better before. How are you, by the way? Is everything good? You're working, you were having fun. You can rewind it if you want to see my lovely song about how everything's terrible. I'm not going to do it again. Not going to do it again because I've forgotten what it was like. It was a lovely song and it's disappeared into the ether. Disappeared. I'm going in and out of focus here. Disappeared. Hello, Philip. Yeah. Do you want to hear even if they're rain the... Yeah, anyway. Better version at the beginning, I think. How's everybody been? Have you had a nice fun time this week? No, I didn't think so. Nothing fun to be had. It's all getting a little bit... Yes, so I didn't make puppets this week. That was the week before. Buffering. Block here. Oh, that's a terrible shame. It's a difficult area here because there's not much internet in my room. Am I blocky now? Oh, I don't know whether I was in focus. I don't know whether that beautiful song was there. A bit better now. Yeah, that's good. It's a bit warm in this corner. It's quite warm today. I've got a light shining on me, and it's one of those old-fashioned bulbs that gives away a lot of heat. Gives out a lot of heat. So it's very, very hot. Very hot indeed. So yeah, this week, what have you all been up to? It's just gone. This week is gone. I'm like, should I do something this week? No, I haven't done anything. Oh, I did. I did actually see some monks. Okay, problems with video. Reception distortion. Yes, keep strumming. Yeah, there's no point if nobody can see me. This week, I spotted some monks in the garden because there's going to be a monk watch on July the 1st on Facebook. Go and find it. Fire Donkey Productions have got a monk watch, and me and my mother saw some real life medieval monks and we contributed. They were really real. And that's going to be on the 1st of July. That's a Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So go look for that and then you can see it as it happens. I'm sure there'll be monks from all over the country. Maybe even the world. I don't know. And anyway, that's going to be very interesting. Thrilling even. Thrilling. Am I still blocky? It doesn't get any better, does it? So this week, I've mostly been getting over the fact that I lost lots of people last week. They went away. They're like, I'm not having that. I'm not being lectured to, so I won't lecture to you this week. No, you don't want lectures. I did see this week Hannah Gadsby's Douglas. So if you want a lecture, go and see that. That's good. That's very funny as well. I also saw Nanette. Nanette's very good as well. Changes the way that you'll see comedy. So that was interesting. If you want to see lecture, go there. If you do want to lecture again, go see my last week's puppet show because that was a thing. That was definitely a thing. Now this week I don't know what's happening. Everybody's going back to the shops tomorrow. I'm not going back to the shops. I'm still in Wales at the moment, so the shops aren't all open tomorrow in Wales, but they are apparently in England. I'm going in and out of focus. I'm aware of that. They're going back to England and everybody's going to go into the shops because it's so safe now. The past is a different country, isn't it? Completely different. Yeah. But my song is going to be an anthem. An anthem. The version I did right at the beginning before anyone was here. That was really good. And then it went a bit wrong after that. It's an anthem. The past is a very different country. They do things why that they just obviously thought my sunny disposition was ideal for Benjamin the donkey in Animal Farm. So I had this great big fiberglass head on with going out of focus again, with a crash helmet underneath and a strap that went all around me, and I had to crutch over. It was very uncomfortable, probably almost certainly led to a lifetime of back problems. It was the most painful thing ever because it just pulled my neck and it was horrible, this huge thing. Anyway, that was probably just as well because I got really methody acting in it. I went, is no matter how much things change, they always remain the same. And that's true. It really is true. However much things change, they always remain the same. Getting back into my Benjamin vibe there. Benjamin the donkey. A sage for our time. So Animal Farm is all about... Yes, I saw that creep. Yes, creep in medieval times. Thank you, Boheen. So everything keeps changing. This is very, very random. I don't know whether people are responding to one thing and another thing. I think that was in response to the medieval monks thing. So yes, I'm just like, what? Oh yes, it's like buff, 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 buffering, 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 buffery, buffery, buffero, buffero. My back. Am I there? Buffering? Nobody's saying anything. I'm assuming I probably am buffering. Yes. Everything now is looking hopeless and terrible, and even if everything began to get better, we know in our hearts that it will always remain the same. But everything's changed. That'll just be my little song every time I buffer. It's not so much the device as the internet, which is very poor in this area. I'm in the bottom of a valley, and there isn't any like fiber optics. I was going to say fiber gel, but fiber gel is a completely different thing. There isn't any fiber optical bits here. Buffer, 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 buffer the vampire slayer. Dee, 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 dee. Yes, that's me. So if you really like buffering, this is where you come. I don't know how this comes. When I watch back the stream afterwards, I'm imagining it's me going for half an hour almost every. So I don't want this to be obvious to me, because then I'll stop doing this, which is probably everyone's relief. Buffy the Bandwidth Slayer. Very good. Very good. Very good, Philip. So what else have I done this week? Oh, I saw the last episode of What We Do in the Shadows talking about vampires. That's good. So that's something to do. And what else? There's nothing. Everything's run out. There's some more RuPaul. Nothing left. 20 minutes left of stuff. You like to circles. You like this. This is me the whole time. This is just what you have to live with if you're gonna. If you don't like me at my best, you don't deserve me at my worst. That's completely backwards. Never mind. Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, this is it. It's true. Probably. I'm not sure what you said, but when everything's ruined, then it'll be the same for everyone. So we'll all have equality because we won't have anything. We'll all be in the same terrible boat, sinking, sinking, sinking. The great equaliser, in that everyone is equalled downwards, except for the very rich, obviously, because they're at the top of their big towers, looking down at us plebs, going, ha ha! That'll show you. Yo. 0.1%ers up there, looking down on us. Meh. Oh, I said I wasn't going to lecture, didn't I? No matter what, it's changed. So I've been quite happy. Well, it's been a little bit stressful looking at everybody being angry this week. But some of them got justified anger, and some of them are just angry for being horrible. They're just horrible people. I'm not going to say who's who. Make your own decisions. I'm sure you will anyway. So I'm not going to cast judgment, but that's just like the Trumpmeister, isn't it? Oh, there's good people on both sides. There's not good people on both sides. You know very well there's not good people on both sides. We all know that, but we'll just leave that there. Anyway, lecturing again, Elise. Yes. 1G of internet, did somebody say? I don't even think I've got that much. My internet, very, very poor. Very poor indeed. But you got a little song out of me, if you saw it. Did anyone see that song? Was that just buffering? My amazing song that I wrote 1 second before I came on air. We're going to call this air. On air. Makes it sound really professional. Buffer, 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 buffer. What's a stuffed doll? Me? Am I a stuffed doll? What's a stuffed doll? I'm not a stuffed doll. How dare you? That is just rude. Anyway, so yeah. So everything's been a little bit weird this week. It's all kicking off, and it's all. Some of it I've been cheering on. I've been like, yeah, get in there. Some of it I've been like, no, don't do that. I don't know anymore. What's going on? Anyway, I did have fun not making the monks, watching the monks. Yeah, it wasn't me and my mum being monks. Oh, it was real monks in the garden. It definitely was that we spotted. That's what it was. Do you refresh? I don't know. Do you refresh? Is it buffering again? Up to you, really. I'm sure it'll come back. Is it? Yeah. It's because I'm tiny. I've said it before. I'm a tiny person. This is a normal sized cup of tea, and I'm so tiny. I'm a little tiny person. I'm Thumbelina. I'm not. It's fine now, is it? Good. Good. So, yeah, everything's gone a little bit weird in the world, and I don't know what to think about it, because it's not ever going to get back to normal, I don't think. Maybe it will. But then again, what is normal? Do we want normal? Was normal any good? It's become increasingly clear that for a lot of people, normal was pretty horrible. And I don't want some of it back again. It was terrible. Some of the olden times were horrible. Let's not have olden times. Let's start again. Let's be all happy and jolly and be lovely to each other. Or, basically, what all I'm saying, be a lovely person. Is that complicated? If you don't want to do that, then off with you. Off with you. The trouble is, everybody's got a different judgment of how a nice person should act and what is a nice person and what good is. Because good is a very interesting thing. Because I don't think anybody really... Is it buffering again? I don't think anybody, surely... Unless, there's probably some people that know they're terrible people, but probably most people think that they're doing good in the world. They must do. Otherwise, why are they doing it? Why would you actively... I know there are people that pull the wings off insects and deliberately cause harm, and know that that's not really the thing to do, but generally, in the main, I think most people are trying to make it good. It's all about pain, yeah? Maybe some people are so in pain themselves that they have to inflict it on other people. It's very sad. We should all empathise, even with the most terrible people. Think, how did they get that way? Sometimes there's no helping people, but sometimes there is. I don't know. We should all... I'm going back to the lecture. It's like, I told myself not to do this. I haven't got the puppets this week. It's just me lecturing you. Stupid Elise. Relative good, yes, exactly. Relative good versus absolute good. There's relative good. You're like, I did this thing in order to help my family, but it hurt another family. Is that good? Is that bad? That's good for your family. It's terrible for the other family. Absolute good. I helped everyone's family. Maybe moral relativism. It's people have written books about it. People have spent their whole lives studying, thinking, being all philosophical. I can say it. I just needed some tea. Everyone needs some tea. Tea! So tea as well. That's controversial too, because tea is not always, the history of tea is not great. If you want to look into how tea came to be in the West, it's not a pretty sight. I'm hoping that this is ethical tea. Ethical tea. I think it is. Don't be shocked by the tea. I'm sure it's ethical. I'm going to say it's ethical, and then I'm going to look it up and probably feel very guilty indeed. Let's hope it is ethical. I'm sure there must be. Fair trade, proper, good tea, organic, salt of the earth, whatever. Yeah. Thank you very much, Tootie Cat Mark 2. I'm very grateful to hear it. No. That sounded really patronising, didn't it? I didn't mean to say that. I was genuinely happy to see that. Thank you, Tootie Cat. I am actually... That's nice. Thank you. It's good to hear. Because last week it was like, don't tell me that. Some food is bad for you. That's true. There's not... It's like people go, don't judge me about it. There's no good food and bad food. No food hasn't got morals. No, it has. But it's not great for you. Let's be honest. Not all food is created equal. Oh, that's controversial, Elise. Cake is lovely. Cake tastes yummy. It's mainly, unless it's carrot cake, which is very good for you, mainly probably not that good for you, cake. Carrot cake's good, though. Oh, I had a weird day today. Weird day. I woke up really late. I've had some weird dreams lately, and I'm starting to think, have I really woken up? Because I bought some value nectarines, and they were really hard. There was 6 in a packet. I swear there were 6 in a packet, and they were dead hard. Really, really hard. And I left them on the table, and I had one this morning. I was like, just about, it's not too bad. And the others were there. It was a packet of 6, I swear. And I took one, and I ate it, and it was nice. It was just about right. And about an hour later, I looked at them, and there was only 4 left. And they were all mouldy, completely covered in mould. And I was like, what? How long have I been away from this table? And then I went to get some delivery from the supermarket, and I put all the stuff in, and I didn't put everything that we might need because it's quite early in the week and we might change it. But I put it all in, and it added it up, and it was 6. And I was like, no! And then I had some coffee. I had some black coffee, and I put some almond milk that had no sweetener in it. And I've had this almond milk before, and it's not sweet. And I drank the coffee, and it was really sweet. And I was like, I'm in the Matrix. Something's gone wrong with this day. What's happening? And then I thought, that's just life now, isn't it? It's just a bit off. So then I thought, and then I forgot about it. And I went on with my day. And I forgot about it until now. And I'm like, yes, that was a bit weird. But did you? There's a good show on Netflix called Russian Doll, where she has to relive the same day over and over again. But how she knows that time is passing somehow, even though it's not passing, is that the fruit goes rotten. The fruit all rotten. So maybe that's what's happening with my life. My life is Russian Doll. I thought it was Groundhog Day for a long time. But now it's Russian Doll, which is exactly the same as Groundhog Day, only with rotten fruit. That's the main difference from the one thing from the other thing. And there's a woman in it rather than a man in it. Apart from that, it's the same thing, but with rotten fruit and goldfish. That is another difference. There's goldfish in Russian Doll. Yeah. So yeah. Philosophical discussions about TV series and rotten fruit. It is funny, but it's also serious. It's like, Russian Doll, I would recommend. It has humour, it has drama, it has mystery, and it's well acted, and it's quite good. And romance. It's got all of it. And there's another series, and it's mystical and weird. Mystical and weird. And you're like, whoa, what happened? Mystical and weird. And there's apparently more series coming, but... and you go, how can there be more series when you see the end of it? but they're making them, so apparently there are going to be more series. Or are there? Because I don't know, because what, all the things. Oh, another thing, my mum watches this thing called Doctors, right? It's a soap opera about doctors, a doctor's surgery. It's set in like the Midlands or something, not entirely sure. Anyway, the whole time, they obviously filmed it a long time ago. They filmed it all in advance. So for the last 4 or 5 months, it's been going along as if it's an alternative reality. Like, it's been Easter and Ramadan and all the, Black History Month and all the things have been happening in the series, and people have been going on holiday and having their lives, carrying on, going to the pub as if everything's, so it's an alternative history. So I'm like, all right with that. Obviously they filmed it, you're all right with that. But then this week, the last episode was a lockdown episode. They completely revised. It was like a retcon. It's nothing like that. Nothing like Babushka with Ryan Clark Neal, Danny Worthington. Nothing like that. But no. Anyway, fleshy worms. How dare you? Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, doctors. I was talking about doctors, Ed. How dare you interrupt me and talk about my bony fingers? Anyway, they did a lockdown episode and they completely retconned the whole thing because like 4 months have passed. You're fine with that. It's as it was happening. It's like these things would have happened like this if the whole situation, we'll call it that, hadn't happened. But then the last episode, they had to go back and act as if they'd gone back to the beginning of the situation. And there was like people going, oh, is this thing switched on? Oh, I'm doing video calls. Video calls are hard. Oh, for like 10 minutes faffing about going, oh, this is weird doing video calls. And then they did the whole thing and people from the series got ill and things happened. And you're like, but that didn't happen. How can you go back in past? Do back in past and things. Yeah, exactly, Bohemian. But I know quite a lot of people that have been in Doctors. I respect that. I've known people that have written Doctors. I respect Doctors for what it is. But you can't have 6 months of this is an alternative reality and then pretending it's all really, go back and change it all. So then it's like, yeah, now we're all up to date and everything's fine. But it's not because you pretended that it hadn't. I mean, if they just stopped it and gone, we'll just do this one episode, just scrap all the rest, then that would have been fine because it would have been, yeah, that's fine. But now, yes, exactly. It was as if it was all a dream. There was like a whole 6 months of what would have happened if the situation hadn't occurred. And then they did the last episode and it's like, but this is what really happened. Oh no. It was a bit weird. Which you would, I mean, if it was something like Santa Barbara, which I used to watch, Santa Barbara, they had like dream sequences and demon babies and people that were like chess pieces moving around a chess. I remember that. And there was all sorts of weirdness, ghosts and twins and things. Yes, maybe that is true, Tootie Cats. I've got long fingers and so I'm philosophizing about things like Doctors. I'm getting very uptight about, Doctors, why did you... I mean, I don't write Doctors, but I've seen a lot of them because my mum likes it and she watches them. Hello, Elle. So, yes, that was just weird. There's not really much else, because this is it as well. You're like, what will television of the future be? What will television of the future be like? Because that's the end of it. And my point was, I don't know whether there will be another series of Russian Doll, because can they film it now? What's going to happen now? How are we going to do things? Because if everyone's like, have to stand 50 foot away, I saw that they've, I don't even watch Bake Off, right? Salad fingers, Ed. I don't watch Bake Off, but I have heard that they're going to all have to self-isolate. I haven't seen I don't watch Coronation Street, sorry. They're going to have to all self-isolate, all the people, all the cast and crew, and they'll all have to stay in a place and do it all in a little bubble. And that's interesting, because, one, I think it was because Prue Leith can't get insurance because she's over 80, right? Now, Prue Leith has said some pretty interesting things lately. The new two presenters have both had their episodes taken off the air because of things that they've done. So the Mighty Boosh and Little Britain obviously got in trouble this week. So the two new presenters are basically pariahs, and Prue Leith has said terrible things. Paul Hollywood has also said pretty horrible things. So maybe it's not that they're just going to maybe what actually has happened is somebody's gone, these people need to be taken out of society. We'll put them in a field until they learn their lesson, and they have to stay there and eat cake until they've learned their lesson. Because as we've discussed, cake can be good, but it can be bad. Cake is bad. Cake is very good. Maybe they are. Maybe that's it. It's not they're just self-isolating in a field eating cake. It's just that they've had to be for everybody's good, for their own good, until everything's died down and everyone's forgotten about what they've done. Go and eat cake in a field until it's time to come back into society. And maybe that will be good for everybody. Cake is the solution. I think that might be going down a horrible dark path, Elise. Yes, cake is it. Let's just leave it there, eh? Let's just leave it there. Anyway, shall I play you out with that song again? I've forgotten it now. I've forgotten the song. Make a cake with my puppet cake? What are you talking about? Everything now is looking really a horrible mess, and I think that I've forgotten the song, and I only just wrote the song. How can I have forgotten it? How can I? This song is quite something that rhymes with it. Yes. Everything now is looking terrible, and even if everything began to get better, we know that in our hearts everything will remain the same, 'cause everything's changed. It wasn't monotone. Everything now is looking worse than it ever did, and even if everything began to get better, we know in our hearts that it will always remain the same. But everything's changed. Oh, that makes sense, Danny, with the soaps. The soaps are all gonna medieval style pop. That was medieval. I don't think they had these in medieval. Green sleeves of farewell adieu. God, I pray to prosper you, for I am still thy lover true. So come once again and love me. Anyway, I think I should probably leave it there, now that I've subjected you to half an hour. Okay, it's exactly like Eurovision, Ed. Exactly like Eurovision. Who needs Eurovision when you've got me singing Green Sleeves and my terrible song that I can't even remember, even though I only just wrote it. My puppet hands will bake a cake for you at some point. I'm not making... That's actually an empty promise. Don't trust me on that. That's probably never going to happen. But I'll bear it in mind. All right, then. I think I better go now on that note. See you next week. Bye-bye.